Good morning. Thank you for watching Live with OCC. Today we have two of our sisters, and we're going to talk about transportation. Then we're going to come back and talk about, this is Women History Month, about what does women history means and the times we're going through. Why is it so important to connect to women and form a sisterhood? So, ladies, thank you for coming out.
Thank you for
having us.
Introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are.
My name is Stephanie Roundtree. I'm from Las Vegas.
I am Tammy Hurst, and I'm originally from California, now living here in Dallas, Texas.
Hello, I'm Kim Henderson, and I'm right here in Dallas, Texas.
Jeanette Berry from California, but I am your hostess, and I live in Dallas.
Kamana Weatherall, Dallas, Texas.
Dale Cynthia Hopkins. I'm originally from Wichita, Kansas, but I reside here in Arlington, Texas.
I am Yolanda Torrance by way of Arkansas here in Grand Prairie, Texas.
Chandra Jones from Dallas, Texas.
Brenda Husband from Dallas, Texas.
Okay, ladies, thank you for coming on being co-hostess today. And thank you for your sisterhood. We have a lot of things we do together, but the bottom of it is we have formed a sisterhood. Ms. Overall, thank you for coming out today.
Thank you.
And let's talk about transportation.
Transportation, do you want me to go back to how it started, of how I was without, this is back in 2023, when COVID was deemed not a threat anymore. They took a lot of people off of Medicaid, and the Medicaid rides are through Medicaid. So we had Medicare, but we didn't have the rides anymore. So it was just like you were, and I found out so much, talking to different people, and it was just non-existent anymore. And so it was kind of like you had to do whatever to get to dialysis, and it's a treatment that you don't have an option in saying I'm not going today, because that could be something fatal for you, because it's like your body poisoning itself. So it's something you have to do 3 times a week. And I am on a fixed income, so once I was homeless before I found this place, and once I paid my rent, I had $80, and that was not, the light bill still needed to be paid, groceries still, personal items, all that. And I did not have a way to dialysis at all, and missing treatments and having to rearrange to get there when this one gets off from work. And so by the grace of God, my family stepped in, and kindness of strangers and people I had met along the way have just, God put them in my path to help me. And if it had not been for them, I don't know what I would have done. I absolutely cannot say it enough. And the way this C-Lead transportation company has come in has been such a blessing, of where they will take you to dialysis and pick you up of where you're not worrying about. And once I don't know if anybody know about dialysis. Once you are done with dialysis, you are like dog tired. And so and to see that white car sitting out there waiting on me when I get out of dialysis is, to me, just such a blessing. But a lot of people don't even have, and it's going on a lot. A lot of people at my dialysis center are going through the same thing of saying, they took my Medicaid away, I don't have a way to dialysis, and I'm having to depend on this one. And same story, fixed income, and don't have money for Ubers and Lyft, you know, all that. And so, it's been a nightmare. Last year was, a complete and total nightmare.
Wow.
But yeah, it was, God saw me through it, and it was just so hard. So if they could do something with the transportation, of giving us back the transportation, it would be such a blessing. Yeah, a huge, huge help.
Okay. Sandra. Well, I can tell her, last week Sandra had to go to the doctor. And she was like, I'm gonna have to take the bus at 5:30 a.m. to get to a 7 o'clock a.m. appointment across town. Senior citizen, no transportation, and on fixed income. So I was like, oh no, you're not going out, not at 5:30 in the morning. I mean, no. And then she's already sick. So we end up calling city transportation for her and getting them to come and pick her up. Coming back was no problem because it was day, you know, she didn't know what time her appointment was going to be over. But going, and again, fixed income. A lift was going to be $35 one way. And like she said, well, I can take the bus for 3, but at 5:30 a.m. If nobody should want to see a woman out there already sick and don't know what's going to happen out there in the morning. So she was able to get transportation. So transportation is a big issue. Even though you have the bus, but trying to get to the bus stop. Ms. Weatherall can't take the bus. She would have to walk. And then where she go, no buses. Where she have her treatment at. So she has to have transportation. So as a people, and I'm just saying people period, we're going to have to do better. Because if we haven't been disabled, not a senior, or if I always had transportation, just think, one thing can happen and everything is gone and what you don't do. So you got to invest before it happens. Now we're getting back to Women's History Month. Women vote. Local, state, and government. We got to start voting. We don't even have to talk about what's going on because we all see it and hear it. But our seniors, our disabled, are getting impacted by it. And it was already getting impacted before. But they did have rides and stuff was going on. Now, when they wake up, they don't know if they're so scared you're going to stop. Now you're healthy because you're worried about if you're going to get checked. So now you got something else coming up on you. Your heart can only take so much. And stress will take you out of here. So we do have a voice and we can make choices. So we're going to have to start doing better. If you're not registered to vote, get registered to vote. So, what's on your mind? I know it's...
Well, I do want to shout out Sealy Transportation. They also transport my organization. I work with at-risk, underprivileged youth. So they will take us out. They will definitely work with you with whatever you have going on. If you give Mr. Curtis, big boss, millionaire, shout out, he would definitely work with you and make it happen. But they take us all around with my kids, whether it's me and them or whether I have somebody with me, they would definitely transport us all. So.
I say he's my personal Uber Lyft. my travel, he'd be like, okay, what time I gotta get up in the morning? So they do it all. I mean, you call them and they can do it. You can call us at 214-874-5707 and we can give you the number. Because I get the calls anyway, some of them. So when it says transportation, I get the calls and I refer them to City Transportation. And they are local in the Dallas. Matter of fact, out of the mall. Out of
Black
there.
owned,
Yes.
are black owned, and they have, different passenger vehicles, they have buses. So there's nothing's too small or nothing's too big. They have multiple transportation. I think his fleet is 20 what?
It's probably about 35 now.
Okay. Vehicles there, and he has drivers and help that also transport.
So, ladies, free your mind.
I wanted to speak on sisterhood, what sisterhood really means to me. Having a actual person may not be a blood, may not be someone that you may have grew up with. It could be someone that you may have met at work. But I think that it's a bond that can be connected amongst each other. I don't have to know you 15, 20 years for me to say that's my sister. I think it's how we're able to communicate. I think it's how we're able to understand each other. I think it's how we're able to go out and maybe encourage another sister. You know, always lift each other up as a sister. Never tear the other person down. You know, it may be that smile that you can have for that sister that day. It may be a smile even for a brother. We'll throw him in there too. But a sister is always someone that you can actually hold dear to your heart, that you can go and talk to, and they can tell you the truth. It may not be what you want to hear, you know, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Hey, I think you could have worded this a little better. I think you may have could have, you know, went around to the left or went around to the right. But it's something that, it may be something that you need to know, you know. And I feel that a sisterhood, it can be multiple. Sisterhood is multiple. Or a sister, one person, or two people, it can be two. But loving on each other. And women always, like I said before, and I don't know if I said this before, but I'm going to say it again, lift each other up. Yes. Stop tearing one another down. It's always room for each other to grow.
Yes.
It's room to grow. You know, if you're on top and you may feel that you're on top, hey, lift your sister up. Don't push her down. Lift her up. You know, and I just encourage every woman to be strong for one another. Be that leaning post. Be that listening ear. Be that person that they can go to and sometimes talk to and confide in. You know, I may be able to tell you something that I may not want no one else to know, but I have enough trust in you to be able to come and talk to you and for you to listen to me, that you can just take it in and maybe, you know how we say, take it to the grave. Yeah. But yeah, so sisters, love you all and always be encouraged.
Love you too. Thank you for that.
Well said.
I would like to talk about mental health because I have a daughter and a niece that's dealing with that. I was on the phone with my niece till 2 o'clock this morning. She needed to get some stuff that happened while she was in her childhood that she needed to talk to me about. And like I told her, I'm not here to judge you. I'm here because that's what I need to be. I need to be here for you. So I want us to start, like I always get on Facebook and always tell each other, we need to start checking on one another. Because we all need each other. We need to, like what Kim said, we need to lift each other and hold each other's hands. Us black and brown people need to stick together because it's a fight that we're going through. And I want to tell you, thank you for allowing me in your presence. All you ladies, I'm blessed. You guys have no clue because like she said, women that I have been around in my life was not encouraging. They was mean. They thought you was doing better than them. And when I'm around you guys, she said today, why are you smiling? Because I'm in the presence of some amazing women and I feel good about it. And I just want to say thank you guys. I love you guys and it's a blessing to be around y'all. And when I'm around y'all, I'm always happy. I'm always happy. When we do our morning text, I like to mess with Miss Jeanette, and I was taking a picture today, and I almost licked my tongue out. And I said, I'm gonna lick my tongue out. So I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and if there's anything I can do within my means, I try my best. Love you guys.
Love you too. I'd like to say thank you to Miss Jeanette, and just like, you know how God, and I mean what the Bible say, to have a friend, you got to show yourself to be friendly.
Yes.
That's her, and she has been so sweet and so kind to me. You know, some days when I'm just walking through, and she'll just stop and talk to me, and it's always what I need right at that moment. And she have been, but God, and she have always been so sweet. From the first time I met her, she's just always, she has a presence about her. And to me, it's like one of those people that say what they mean and mean what they say. And that's kind of the feeling I get from her. But those kind of people you can trust because they give it to you, you know, give it to you straightforward. And everything is, I feel like it's done out of love. And I just want to tell you, thank you. Thank you for always. Thank you. You have such a beautiful, kind heart. Thank you. Yes.
Well, I want to say something. Well, Miss Jeanette too. She been here for me since day one. I'm dealing with a lot. You know, I have silent seizures. I'm dealing with dementia now. My lungs. And when she's just my angel. She really is. And thank you ladies that came into my life too. You know, some days I could be, I don't know, you know, I'm so used to going out. And now I don't think I've been out. You know, I love Northport. And I don't think I've been there about 4 or 5 months, and I'm like, that's not me. And I try not to isolate myself in the house, you know, but I'm scared when I get out there. But when I get out there, I just ask the Lord to keep me safe until I get back home. Thank you. So,
You know we love you, girl.
It's a beautiful thing when God places people in our lives. It's a beautiful thing because a lot of times, if like the Bible says, if God can use a donkey, He can use anything. So, as they spoke about Miss Jeanette, God has placed her in multiple people's lives. She have done great things. She have done a lot of work. And I thank God how He has used you.
Yeah.
How He has blessed you. And I want to encourage you to continue the fight and living the life. Continue the fight and living the life. Because God has you. He has every one of you all. And I thank Him. And I just adore how He drops things in different people's spirit to, again, encourage. To encourage, whether it's man, woman, baby, whoever. So He can, and He's just awesome. He's an awesome God. He's an awesome God.
It's about, like Kim said, encouraging one another, uplifting one another. We are supposed to be our sister's keeper.
Yes.
We should be able to call on one another, uplift one another, and just listen. I I'm just saying some things that I was going through last month, and all my sisters reached out to me. They were there to support me, pick me up from the hospital. Some things people don't know, some people do know, but it's all about sisterhood for me. Like, I love these ladies as well. They're so supportive, bring me some food, running me around, take me where I needed to go, but it was the sisterhood for me. Like, this sisterhood that we have built is like no other that I've ever been a part of. So I'm grateful and thankful for the people God has placed in my life and the sisterhood just by itself. Thank you. Love you all.
Love you too.
You know, I'll speak on this. It's the Women's Month, but not only that, it's the sisterhood, the love, that we don't recognize that is there naturally within all of us. When we look at each other, there's no, I don't have to judge you, you don't have to judge me. I'm not trying to be better than you or nothing else, because in reality, we are the same. We are exactly the same. Guess what? We have struggles. We all have our own struggles. Mine might be as hard as yours, but I have mine. So our fight is still a fight. When we wake up every day, it's a new day. It can be it's just a blessing to be there. And the thing is when you wake up and you know that, for me, I make a joke about the sisterhood messages we get every morning. I'm usually the last one to speak, unless I wake up early. I am not a morning person, but I love it because I still hear the pings. And I know I make a joke about the ping on my phone when I'm still asleep, but it's like it's my also when I don't have it, it's like, what happened? I'm sad. Like, who's late? Y'all late? Y'all supposed to start at 7 o'clock. And you guys didn't start yet. That's how much it touches me that I long for it. And it's just a positivity. When you feed positive things into people, you get positive results. You get growth with them. It can be little or a lot. A smile. We spoke about smiling when you walk past and you just, sometimes all you need. And you don't even know you just fed into that person.
Yes.
You fed a lot because it's something they was feeling and they didn't feel happy. They didn't feel the need to smile, but your smile to them gave them a smile. That hug that they didn't even, they needed. Sometimes we forget that physical touch is needed. And a lot of people don't have that emotion or love in them right now, especially women,
Yes.
because we don't even want to hug each other. I'd rather judge you across the room, but I can't just say, sister, I love you. I like what you got over. Give me a hug. You know what I'm saying? How you doing today? You know, just a simple inquiry. I just want to give you a hug. I felt the need to. We as women, we forget about that. We forget the little things that bring joy and can unite women. Unite women. And I'll say, Miss Jeanette, since we all giving you your roses and your flowers and your carnations, I will tell you this. I am a person, they laugh at me because I say I'm the quiet one. And usually I was quiet. I say to myself, I really wasn't the one that, especially with women, because of past relationships with who you think, family members, friends, you always think, oh, this, they want to judge you for what you achieved. Didn't see the walk that you took to get there.
Yes.
The struggles that you fought, the fumbles and everything else, they didn't see all that. All they see is where the end result was, and you got judged by the end result. In reality, you brought me to something that was totally lovely. I can be me. I'm Tammy. Also, I say this, I just spoke this to Kim. I'm coming into my womanhood. I am. I'm coming to my womanhood. And what does that mean? It means that I didn't see that growing up. It wasn't fed into me. I was fed to be I was a tomboy. I was telling somebody, I think it was probably you, Stephanie, when I was in conversation, I was taught to be a grown-up. I wasn't taught to be a woman.
What's the difference?
It is a difference.
Yes.
I grew up being taught to be a grown-up, but never taught how to be a woman. I saw women that I admired and how they moved, and I gravitated. But what do you think a lot of our kids do today? What are our young girls saying today? They gravitate to what they see on TV and everything. It's not what they did, who they are, and nothing else. It's they gravitate to what they see. They're not being taught to be the women that they can be and what they can grow up to be and what they can achieve. We don't teach it. We let them be and watch, and that's exactly what happened to me. But it was the unity of what I started to be around. I'm being around some grown women. Guess what? I'm in my grown women age. You know? It's time for me to step up. Like what? What do that mean? Okay, it's not about just me though. Because just like you guys fed into me, I gotta feed into others. So what do that mean? Now, to be that grown woman, I have to be able to reflect that same energy out to other people. So that quietness that I sit back and watch you, okay, that's not the thing no more. My thing is now is I have to feed that same positive energy that you beautiful women have women to me. I gotta give it even to the people that's not warranted. Because once again, I might not know what your struggles are. You understand? I don't know your walk. I don't know what got you to A to B. So I ain't gonna be part of that stubble either. I wanna help you lift you up. What you say? Lift that woman up, right? You gotta lift that woman up, right?
Yes.
I don't need to know your struggles to lift you up. I don't need to know how you got to where you got to lift you up. That's when I say I'm growing into my womanhood. It's way much more than that little girl. You understand? That teenager thought. It's a lot of steps to being a woman. To learn how to start showing respect, not only to my women, but to the men that's around me, because if I want respect from them, I have to have respect as well. To want to be a wife. The Bible said a woman had to be what? Respectful to her husband, respectful to the man that she wants in her life. So how can I do that if I don't even get the prospects or the man around me respect? How can I have him respect or even look at me as a woman that he wants to treat as himself if I can't have respect for myself? So I had to switch the way I looked at myself. I had to switch how I look at other females. And that's to encourage my girl to everybody, because by doing that for me, that's how I became to make my changes on how I see the world, how I see the women around me. History, there's some beautiful black women in history. Beautiful black women in history. I look back and I look at the pictures. Their struggle was way harder than ours. And yet you can see they bonded together. They walked to buses. You talking about long walks. They was in that walk together.
Yeah.
They didn't even probably know each other, but they was from the neighborhood. They would walk.
Came together.
Came together. If it needs to do whatever needs necessary, that's where we came from. That's our history. Sacrifices. Unity. We forget about the unity as women. We forgot about it. And one thing I tell you, we brought it back. Off of a simple, and I don't know if you all remember, charity work. It started with charity work. She asked who would like to help me do something. Put your foot in the ground and help me achieve something that I put forward. That's all it did. In a bond. And then next, what? Let's have a paint and sip real quick. What a great way to have some fun with some women, huh? They take a trip. You know? But that's all it took. And then back to what? The community service. The service. Once again, she taught us to provide service, not to just want to ourselves, but to others. And that's what I thank you, because I asked, after I seen that, I know I asked you to be put at the table.
You did.
I've been taught to sometimes and say, you won't be able to put where you need to be put at until you either ask or you put yourself there. You want to be around a great unity of women? Put yourself there. Find your group. Find that friend. Find that sister that's there that you can relate to, come unity with. That's what I got out of this. And that's what I encourage, especially on this month. Find your group. Find your sister. Because right now we all need that. The things that we share with each other and we deal with, I'm telling you, I love my text messages early in the morning. I treat them like a newspaper. I know we don't have newspapers anymore, but let me tell you, I start from the beginning with that first one, good morning sisterhood. Hey, okay. Then we get a nice little picture with the inspiration on it. We walking into what today? We walking with positivity. We walking with God on our side. We walking with joy. We gonna lift you up. We gonna have smiles. Hey, today's a beautiful day. Can you imagine getting that from at least 12 different people in your group before you start your morning? You can't help but to be positive. You can't help but be joyful. And you put that together by, once again, just her being her.
Yep.
Can you imagine if we all just be us and share that same energy to somebody else? And that's exactly what we did in this group too, because we keep doing it on separate individual things. So thank you. But my encouragement for Women's Month is find your group. Find the women to encourage. Be that encouragement. Bring unity. Bring that love. Stop looking at the next woman as somebody that's your enemy. Enemies only form if you want them to be. Other than that, it's all peace. It's all peace. Find unity. If our ancestors had did it before, as they worked the fields, picked cotton, cleaned up other people's houses, rode buses together, boycotted together, the history, they all had a unity. We should not stop that. Instead, encourage, it doesn't make a difference on what level. I don't care what shade of color. Just find your group, find your sisterhood. And if you got a brotherhood, bring them in too. Hey, we need them for the heavy lifting.
Security.
Exactly. So that's my encouragement. I know they say I'm long-winded, and I apologize. That's why I tend to be the last one to want to talk and don't talk at all. But I do want to thank you as well. Your community service is awesome. The fact that you bring us in, your unity, you're always looking out for us, always providing information. You're a blessing to the community, and I thank you. And this was another idea of to sit down and us women being able to share our love with you, but just to encourage other women as well.
Thank you.
Okay, from woman to woman, thank you all for the invitation to come out today. And I thank you for the encouraging word, uplifting, and you all spirit, you have a beautiful spirit. And we thank God for that. You know, we should always pray for one another, be there for one another. We, like Miss Jeanette, she came into my family like 12 years ago, and she has instilled a lot into my girls. They want to go out and they want to still be in the community. They want to volunteer. Even the grandkids, they won't want to volunteer. They continue to say, what Miss Jeanette got going on? We want to go help her. Whichever she took the kids out to do to sporting events. You know, sometimes if you see a family and you like, I see something in that family and I want to help that family, you know, grow. I want them to be there. Like some kids didn't get a chance to go be to places that the other kids went. And Miss Jeanette saw that my grandson wanted to go to a football game, and she just, okay, he's going to a football game. Got a ticket and we went out there, he enjoyed himself. He can still say thank you to this day. I think that was like 2 years ago.
2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3 years ago. But, you know, we just have to continue to be there for one another. You know, we're not here to look down on no one. no one. We gonna always build somebody, each other up, and I love y'all for that, and thank you.
Love you too.
I was getting an oil change, minding my business. And her oldest grandson was like 14 months old. He just kept on. And her daughter was like, maybe that ain't BB. You know that I'm not his grandmother, but I don't know what he's seen. But he was on my lap, he was hugging me. So we started talking, and her daughter was a single mom, and I was at that time in Lancaster helping single moms. So we just, and he would be, 13 in October. So, yeah. And then her middle one is my godchild, because her daughter was getting ready to go back to school. And I was like, you going back to school? I got her. And she's 5 now. I think she grown. That's my child. Because we'll say, you need to come get your child. Your child will be out of school next week. Yeah, but we still close like we, that bond we started over, 12 years ago. Because he was little. She only had one, and he was a little boy, a toddler, and now he'll be a teenager. So relationships are important too. As women, we need to bond strong relationships. I am my sister's keeper.
Yes, I am.
And mean it.
Yes, I am.
So, but lady, you all are awesome. Yolanda and I met on Facebook. She inboxed me with a question. And she's still, 7 years later, asking me the question. I mean, literally, I didn't have no, she was like, somebody told me that I need to contact you. I don't know who told you that. But, I mean, I answer whatever you need me to answer. And from day one, we just clicked. From the time she walked into, we had an office at the mall, and we met. And we just been, it might be over 7 years.
Almost 10 years.
Can you see? Yep. But one little inbox. So again, when God put people in your path, He knows what He's doing. It's up to us to keep them. And if He tell you to do something for somebody, you better do it. Because if not, He's not going to let you rest. And then you wonder why I can't sleep at night, because you didn't do what He told you to do. That's why you can't sleep. So if you listening, if God has told you to help somebody, because what He gives you is not for you. He gives you stuff to bless others. But are you going to be the blessing? That's the question. Like yesterday, my big sister, Patricia Coleman, dropped off some stuff. If I tell you, some folks went shopping last night. Some folks became saleswomen last night. But it was above that. I mean, we stayed, a couple hours?
Yeah.
Going through the stuff that she had gave me to bless people. And I was like, let me bless this community, So, and I still have stuff left. And stuff was gone. And we still got stuff left. Because she was a blessing to us. And she's been a blessing to OCC Living since I met her. God put us together over 15 years ago. So, yes. And we don't have to see each other all the time. We text, we email each other. But we both know if we need something, we're there for each other. And I love the Coleman and Davis family because we have been supportive of each other. I posted that last night. So when you find people that's really true, you got to keep them.
And I too am thankful, grateful, and blessed because of you ladies and sisterhood. And my thing, when I get the morning text, I was like, look at all of this love. And because there's so many hearts that come out, and I just become overwhelmed, and and I'm just like, oh wow. So I don't say much because I become overwhelmed, but I just love it. Thanks for empowering me. You guys have no idea the affirmations are all needed, you know, and I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. You ladies are a blessing, continue to be a blessing, and we got a big boss like Jeanette that just and I am thankful for all she do in the community. I wouldn't have it any other way. So whether she's tired or not, get over it. Keep staying on that back. You know. But thank you, ladies, for all that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Yolanda was one I mentioned, not to tell her, but mention Miss Weatherall. She said, what she need? So when they met the first time, so today I seen them when they met, she was like, you don't remember? Yolanda was like, huh? And then I seen them hug, you know. So that's what I'm saying, you know, help, and Yolanda helps and don't want to be taught singing. And I do the same thing, but sometimes you need to let people know what you're doing, so they'll know what you're doing. So, we don't, and you know, when we be quiet, no, people need to know that people are helping other people.
Right.
I mean, literally sacrificing their stuff to help somebody, because that's what we're supposed to do. God sacrificed His only begotten Son for us, so we can't even help somebody get a ride somewhere? No.
I just want to say thank you, ladies. I was so tired this morning. I'm so glad I came downstairs. I don't know what to do. Y'all have just lived all this positivity and seeing women who look like me, and everybody is on the same accord. Thank y'all. Y'all have really blessed me this morning. You know, because the devil will get in and have you worried about this or thinking about that, and this one won't act right. But when you get around folks that's like-minded and positive and just talking with positivity, oh my goodness, this is lifting up. Your words can bless somebody to where they want to do better. They want to do better.
And that's what we're supposed to do.
It's beautiful. And the fact that y'all can got off, because I know most of you didn't got into work all week and came out, this is beautiful. My friend upstairs told me, she talking about, you sure you're not going to be on camera? Oh well, I'm coming downstairs. Oh well, but I just want to thank each and every person for coming out. This has been such a blessing to sit and hear all y'all's stories and know how every person is doing it. Just like she said, your struggle may not be like mine, but everybody is going through something and still holding it together and still keeping a smile on your face while doing it. It's a blessing. It's a blessing, and God gonna bless you. Yes, He is.
And I did want to announce, March the 25th at Hawaka Williams at 10 a.m. We're having a women's luncheon. So, and it starts at 10 a.m. We already have over 160 women registered. So if you guys would love to come out, we would love to have you. Lunch is provided, brunch, whatever is provided. And we're going to have a program there, and we would love to see you. And remember, keep pouring into somebody else's cup.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's free.
Let it overflow so it can continue to come out.
Contagious.
Yes.
Yeah, just read.
Just let it overflow. Let the light shine.
We're going to be intentional, purposeful.
Before we finish, you know, we just have to kind of, what about the Cowboys?
Hey!
What about the Cowboys? Somewhere, and they was saying, who your team? And we said, Dallas Cowboys. Oh, what y'all gonna do? We gonna win the Super Bowl.
Every year. Y'all say that every year, y'all win the Super Bowl. We supposed to feel like that. Yes.
gotta speak it into existence.
Yes.
But I want to thank our friend Kevin Harris of Star Status, LA chapter. We have like, what, 19 chapters? But we started Star Status Star Sisters,
Yeah.
out of a fan club.
Yes. Yes.
So I just want to give a shout out to him because what he has done, he has put people together all across. I mean,
Yes.
we got sisters everywhere.
Yeah.
But our sisters in Dallas just happened to went over to another side.
Yes.
So
An amazing time.
sisterhood.
Yes.
So we from being Dallas Cowboy fans.
Mm-hmm.
So you gonna see us reaping? Because we wear our stuff all the time. You know, no matter, we're gonna have some blue on.
Yes.
I'll tell you. But, yes, and then I too, we're gonna just pray for Shamika's family.
Yes.
And at the end, I will have her pictures at the end of this because she was about women
Yes.
and growing women together and just hospitality.
Yes.
Not only for our club, but she was like that, period. So we're gonna miss Shamika. We call her Little Shamika.
Yes.
Parks. So we're gonna miss her, but we know she's looking down. And this season, we're gonna dedicate it to her.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Ladies, okay, all minds clear. This 2025 Women History Month.
We gonna make it every month.
That part right there.
Every month.
Okay.
Y'all never stop. That's why y'all like that shines all through the year.
I would say always remember, there is no us, women, there is no them.
Mm. Very powerful for that.
Repeat that.
Yes.
If there is no us, women, there is no them.
As they used to say, if you don't understand, you catch it driving. You catch it on the freeway.
Catch that on your way home.
Right?
All you need to take the time to reflect. Plain and simple. Sometimes we gotta do that to understand.
Yes.
All right, ladies. Well, thank you guys for coming out being co-hosts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
for the invite. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And when the season starts, you will see them. You will see them again.
You'll see us.
You'll see us.
You'll see us.
They see us. So, again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.